Hello, this is Roger Haines, CEO of Haines Solar Cookers in San Diego, California. I'm excited today to talk about using carbon credits to make solar cooking profitable in refugee camps. The news is that Fair Climate Fund, a Netherlands carbon credits company, has purchased 6,000 Haines solar cookers to distribute to refugees in Chad. The company expects to earn sufficient carbon credits to pay for the project, plus a profit. If we succeed, it will mean that we can distribute solar cookers to refugees without outside funding. How did this happen? Everyone in the solar cooking community helped to make this possible. Especially, I want to thank Celestino Ruivo, our host for this biennial CONSOLFOOD event, which provides a forum to share ideas. Dirk Rijks, who successfully promoted solar cooking in Chad for 25 years, before his untimely death in 2019. Pat McCardle, my mentor, who worked with Jewish World Watch to evaluate the use of cookets in Chad and who pushed me to design a replacement. Patrick Fourier, whose 2015 reality check report recommended Haines solar cookers in Chad, and Solar Household Energy, and so Sophie Lyman, Paul Arvison, Odile Brock, Margarita Battle, Louise Meyer, Richard Stoltz, and Luther Kruger for their outstanding support over many years. I also want to thank my business partner, Paul Deverman, and Assembler sales representative, Hamed Rassouli. An important event was the 2017 Solar Cooking Festival for 500 school children in Kakuma refugee camp. Thank you to my co-organizers, Ritesh Rathatha of India's Simplified Technologies for Life and Godfrey Mawira of the World Food Program in Kenya. The trainer was Faustine Mama Solar Odaba, and our funders were Solar Household Energy and my own San Diego Rotary Club. Sharon Clausen joined with me to design the Haines Copenhagen design that we used for that project. Why is the new project in Chad? Because solar cookets have been used there ever since 2005. Dirk Rijks pioneered distribution of cardboard cookets in Chad in 2005, and when he passed away in 2019, his family asked Fair Climate Fund to take over the project. Fair Climate Fund obtained certification from the gold standard and has been earning carbon credits with cookets for the last 5 years. Cookers are distributed in the camp by a group called ADES, which should not be confused with the Swiss NGO, also known as ADES, which promotes solar cooking in Madagascar. Why switch to the Haines pop-open cooker? First, it stores flat and pops opens instantly. Just set the pot in the cooking sleeve and attach the circular cover and it's ready to go. The pop open is durable. A clear polyester cover holds the reflector's shape and insulates the pot from the wind. A stainless steel pot comes with high temperature black coating on the outside and a glass lid. The reflector is mylar bonded to 3 millimeters of polyethylene foam. It does not scratch and is not affected by boiling water. A clear polyester cooking sleeve retains heat, and a square base made out of mylar bonded to cotton felt protects the reflector from the heat of the pan. The same materials are used in the Haines 2.0 solar cooker, and over 5,000 of those have been sold in the US. The Haines 2.0 is rated best solar cooker by EcoWatch and Tree Hugger and has rave reviews on Amazon, but the pop open sets up faster, is one piece, and has no snaps. Testing by Celestino Ruivo and colleagues gave the Haines 2.0 scientific credibility, for which we're very thankful. That article was published in Energy Journal, titled Experimental Characterization of the Thermal Performance of the Haines 2 Solar Cooker. The pop open is rated at 75 watts of thermal power by Solar Cookers International. This is almost double the cardboard cooket's power at 46 watts. Thank you to SCI's Alan Bigelow for developing the PEP testing for solar cookers. Haines cookers are time tested. 80% were still in use after 5 years in Oaxaca, Mexico. The results were presented at CONSOLFOOD 2023 by Sophie Brock, Executive Director of Solar Household Energy, and Lorena Harp of Cochineras Solares in Oaxaca, Mexico. The pop-open stands strong in windy conditions. The cover holds the reflector rigid in the wind, and a brick and on the back flap and a stick in the hole on the right side hold it down. The pop-open is versatile. It cooks like a stove, bakes like an oven. Baking is impossible, as you know, over an open fire or gas stove. The pop-open bakes perfect cornbread and cakes. The pop-open can pasteurize 3 gallons of water in 3 hours. Test it with a simple water pasteurization indicator. The Wappies for Chad were made by students at the Rotaract Club at the University of California in San Diego. The Haines pop-open is his own heat-retaining basket to keep food hot until the evening meal. After cooking, set the pot on a towel or other clothing. Wrap a second towel around the pot, put a third towel on top, and wrap the reflector around everything, and the food will stay piping hot until supper. Haines cookers have been field tested in Mexico since 2015. Lorena Harp has distributed over 300 Haines cookers, and most projects were funded by Solar Household Energy. Recent projects, however, have been funded by Rotary clubs in Washington State and Canada. Haines cookers have also been field tested in Haiti since 2019. The projects were in Jacmel and Hinch, Haiti. Our partner in Haiti is David Stillman's Public-Private Alliance Foundation. The pop-open was also tested in Eldoret, Kenya in 2022. 20 church members were trained by Grace Chepkemei using a workbook from Jennifer Gasser and Mary Buhanek's Solar Education Project. To see a great video, search YouTube for Eldoret Solar Cooking Workshop. The pop-open was also tested in Kakuma refugee camp in 2022. 11 women were trained by Kamali Wadende and Grace Chepkemei using the Solar Education Project's training materials. Bruno Kehua taught the women how to make their own pop-open cooker from reflective materials, and the women were very proud of that accomplishment. 11 months later, all 11 cookers were still in use, an average of 4.6 times a week. What to know about carbon credits? Only projects can be certified, not cookers. That's because certification requires periodic proof that the cooker is actually being used. The administrative costs of certification are quite high, so projects must be big enough to cover that cost. Hence, we have 6,000 cookers in the present project. How to attract carbon credits to your project? Find a hot, dry climate. The more sunny days, the better, like the Sahel in Chad. Find a place with limited access to wood or fuel. Refugee camps are ideal. Find a uniform population. That makes it easier to get a reliable sample of users from which to extrapolate the amount of carbon saved by your project. Durability is important. A $20 cooker must be replaced every 6 months. If it must be replaced every 6 months, has the same project costs as a $200 cooker that lasts 5 years. More factors to earn support. Ease of use. The cooker should be quick to set up and take down. It should store easily. A cooker that cannot be stored indoors easily is likely to be stolen. Include a glass lid. Glass allows the user to watch the food without lifting the lid, which loses heat. Glass is also a great insulator. Include a matching black painted pot. User-provided pots and lids will not give good results. Assemble the cookers locally, even if you must import the materials, as I do. In sum, thank you to everyone in the solar cooking community for bringing us closer to using carbon credits to make solar cooking profitable in refugee camps. Please take a photograph of this page. If you want to contact me, that's my contact information right there. I'll be happy to take any questions at this time or later. Just contact me. Thank you again so much for being part of our wonderful community here, and thank you.